Well, welcome back to the channel, guys. Not a whole lot to update this week. I did manage to make it to the hardware store, get me some bolts to bolt this bed down, and I was about to do that when I realized there's some stuff I need to do to the gas tank here to hook it up. Not only to here, but I also believe I have to run a new line up to the front here. So when I had it running before, I actually had a gas can up here that I was siphoning out of. Yeah, because this is what I was using, and I think I put this on there. There wasn't. Oh, there is a hose there, I guess. Yeah. There's a hose there. Maybe all I have to do is hook it up there and we're good to go. I don't know. I have to check all that out yet. I really haven't been out here much in the last week. When I have been, I've just been spending time cleaning up the floor, getting parts put away. I'm getting kind of full up there now. My pile of parts I've been trying to organize is getting smaller. I've been kind of dumping a bunch of stuff on this back shelf here. Yeah, I need to kind of go through and kind of organize that yet. I've been busy with some side work, but that is over with now, so I should have more time to work out in this shop. But what I have done lately is I bought a new daily driver. Well, not new, but new to me. My old truck was an '06 TRX4 1500 quad cab, and I've had that almost pretty close to 20 years now, 18, 19, whatever it's been, and it was getting to the point, mechanically speaking, it's been a pretty good truck to me. The only thing I've ever really spent money on is I had to replace the transmission in that truck. But, you know, if you think about it, for how long I owned that truck, you know, the transmission was what, like $2,700 maybe I paid over that many years. I really haven't put a whole lot of money into that truck. And that's what was kind of getting me a little sketched out, as rusty as that was getting, and I've never really spent a whole lot of money ever having to fix anything on that truck. I wanted to kind of be proactive and get ahead of the game and get something that was mostly what I wanted while I can, and not have that vehicle go down and it's just not worth it to put money into, and then being forced to buy something that wasn't really what I wanted, you know. I'm still paying off this shop, so I didn't want to go out and just spend $80,000 on a new truck, because that makes me kind of throw up in my mouth a little bit. I mean, shit, that's my first house. I only paid like 90 something for it. It's ridiculous what they're getting to be. And I've been kind of looking for maybe a year and a half, 2 years for something, and I finally found a 2500. This is like I said, 2020 2500 Tradesman, so it's kind of a lower end truck, but it has everything I want on it. It's got a long bed, which I wasn't too happy about at first, but you know, I do a lot of running and getting materials for building cabinets and stuff, so when I actually get to using this as a truck, I'm probably gonna love having that longer bed. It's got the 6.4. I'm not sure what rear end it is. I need to see if I can go back to the dealership and see if they can get me a build sheet for this, because there's some things about this truck I'm curious what it has. I must have like a 50-gallon tank. I filled it up for the first time yesterday. I wasn't even barely down to a quarter of a tank left, and I put 33 gallons in the damn thing. Yeah, it's pretty basic overall. But, you know, my 06, that 06 I had top of the line everything back in 06. And it's funny how this lower end 2025 or the 2020 model is kind of like the low end model, but it has a lot more stuff than that 06 had, which is kind of funny. Just the basics under here. I guess one of the local contracting outfits we have around here, this was their shop truck or something. So they definitely used it as a truck. The box is beat up a little bit. The tailgate was really bad. This is actually a used one they got from somewhere else that they put on. That's why it's got the blackout emblems on it, when everything else on this truck is chrome. And after kind of seeing this now, I want to see if I can go and get like the front and rear bumpers that are blacked out. That would look sharp. So with that said, I think I mentioned in my last video about getting this ready to sell it. And I think with the purchase of this vehicle, I think I'm definitely gonna end up sending this one down the road. Which, I don't know, I have mixed feelings about. The reality is I just don't have time to do work on two vehicles concurrently. I thought with them being both the same, I could do it. And well, I guess what I really thought is this truck I would have put back together like right away, and this could be the truck I drive around while I built this one. But like I said in my last video, I need the space in the shop more than I need a truck sitting in this spot. And so as of right now, I'm kind of going to slow down working on this truck. I want to get this truck put back together, because I'll definitely get way more money for it if it's put back together than if I tried to sell it in a box of pieces like how I bought them. Then if I get this truck going, well, I'll have this truck going. As far as being able to take it down the road, probably not. Because I think I'm getting since I'm going down to the one vehicle now, I'm going to put more time into making this look a little nicer than I was originally planning. Because when I fix this junk going on up here, I'm going to have to do a little painting anyhow. I'd kind of like to just scuff the truck and put it in all the same color. And now I'm not talking about doing a concourse job of this or anything, but I want it to look good from at least 10 feet away. So when people see the truck, like, oh yeah, that fucking Dodge looks good, you know? Instead of a truck that's pieced together from about 50 other trucks, which technically it is, but you know, it doesn't have to look that way, you know? As to the extent I'm going to do to this truck to get it ready, I don't know I'm going to put it all the way back together, because I'm sure whoever buys it's going to want to do whatever they want to do to it. But I want to put it together enough where I can get the max value out of it. I still gotta peel all this trim off because I have all the trim from the truck these came off of, and there's this truck. I'm sure this truck probably had, being a two-tone truck originally, I'm sure it had its own trim at one point, but it's not there anymore. Or maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they did do the two tones at one time and they didn't have the chrome trims, but I can't think of any offhand that I've ever seen that way. Usually when you see the two tones, they have something breaking up the lines like that. So I'm gonna peel off these trim pieces so I can sell those, because most of that trim on that truck was pretty decent, to tell you the truth. I'm sure someone out there is gonna go nutso for that. This side I have mostly done. I just gotta peel this one off. I think there's some rusted screws in here holding this on that I gotta get out. Then I gotta pull the Ram emblem off yet. Yeah, this side I haven't done nothing to. I do have these. They were in the glove box of that truck when I parted it out. Well, it's 100 degrees out here in the shop today, boys. I need to stop fooling around on the phone, start getting something done here. Turn on the fan, put some music on. I'll talk to you guys later.